What's going on, everybody? Hey, finally, it's here, the Nicktendo Direct Podcast. What's going on, everybody? We are back with another NDP.
But we're going to see a spike in free-to-play games, mark my words, and they're going to do this Battle Pass model.
Then strike three, you're putting copyright claims on whoever uploads your video. So
whoa, I didn't know that part.
That thing for like $20, something like that.
When we get this YouTube money, Nick.
The only reason, you alright, bro?
So guys, do you guys want to know the best experience for Fortnite? Let's take a good look. Y'all gonna drop kick you.
Oh yes, we're live. We live. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Back after a long time, honestly. Like, it's been 2 weeks since we've done this podcast here. I know you did your podcast last weekend, but you didn't do it this weekend. And then I'm doing it this weekend. I didn't do it last weekend. So it's finally good to be back here, at least on this channel. But regardless, we are back. Nicktendo Direct Podcast. This one's going to be a little bit more laid back a little bit tonight. It is a holiday weekend, of course. So me and Evan are just going to talk about a little bit of the recap of the news and whatnot. So how you doing, man?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm still here in New York chilling and playing some video games. I'm playing a lot of Warframe and Octopath this weekend, this whole break.
I heard Warframe was, I didn't hear, I actually played it, but I didn't really get that in depth into it. We were just talking about that though. Like, Warframe looks good on the Switch though, you know?
It really does.
It looks.
And I remember it's going to look good. It's going to play good. Man, I'm about to sneeze.
Go ahead and sneeze, man. Like I said, no worries, man. A little bit more laid back tonight. Let me go ahead and post this in here. Say we live. That way everybody knows we're live. We live. All right, posted on Twitter. There we go. So yeah, man. Like the news. We just got some breaking news actually, but we'll talk about that here.
Hold on your screen for a sec.
We'll talk about that here in a minute. How was your Thanksgiving and holiday and all that stuff? Like, how did it go?
My Thanksgiving was all right. Sorry if I look a little discombobulated, guys.
You good?
My Thanksgiving was pretty good. Hung out with family. Pretty much it. Hung out with family, played video games, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Like, that's pretty much what I did. I hung out with my family, hung out with the in-laws, played a little bit of Madden, played some Pokemon Let's Go, because Pokemon Let's Go is, really fun, and I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Pokemon Let's Go is a lot of fun.
I believe it.
But yeah, man, like this weekend was good. This Thanksgiving was great, except for I didn't get to have Thanksgiving with my family. Because a lot of people in my family were sick, so we didn't exactly do that. So I hung out with my mom and my sister and my dad, but it wasn't like the big family ordeal, so we just did that for a little bit. But then Saturday I went to my in-laws and we did our Thanksgiving on Saturday, and then like last night me and my wife started feeling funny, and both of us had like stomach issues and I had to wake up this morning with that. But other than that, it's been a good weekend and all that good stuff. And I hope everybody honestly had a good Thanksgiving as well. I mean, what more can you ask for? But like I was saying, we do have some news to get to. Let's just start with this one, man. I don't know if you're still there, Abaddon. I don't know if you're still there or not. But let's start with let's start with Pokemon. Pokemon out here breaking records. It's already sold 3 million copies in just 1 week, which isn't anything to bat an eye about. People, it's doing fairly well. It's pushing Switch sales. It's breaking records. Bad Lazy says haters gonna hate, and haters even salty with the big sales of Pokemon. 100% agree with you there, bruh. No, but it's not a surprise because of it's Pokemon, and two, the way they marketed it. So it's not like that surprising that it's doing well. But what I do want to talk about is not only the sales, but the fact that it's also getting Dookie scores. Dookie user scores, not like actual review scores, like from like actual columns, but like user reviews are down. I mean, and they're only down because they don't like the game, they don't like the mechanics, they say it's not in depth. And I agree. I really do agree that it's not as in depth as a Pokemon game you would like for a Pokemon game to be, but the game's still fun. Like, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, if you are someone who wants to review bomb a game and give it a score of 0 because it's not the game that you imagine, while the same company said that you're going to get the game that you want next year,
right?
You're a bum and a loser.
Dang, let them know. Let them know. I'm just, but you're right, I'm not though.
Go back. Like, if you're going to, because to me, that's hurting business. That's like, why would you? I could understand the frustration if this is the only Pokemon game coming out on the Switch within the next 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're getting a new game within literally less than a year now.
I mean, that's true. You're going to be getting the game that you want. You're going to be getting the next gen game that you want. And once again, I'm a little bit biased in this situation only because remember when the rumors first came out that the Pokemon game was going to be coming out, I was like, it's going to be a reboot. It's going to be Kanto. And I got excited because really I only played Pokemon Gen 1, Gen 2, and partially Gen 3. And then I was done. Right. And so, like when they said Gen 1 reboot, I was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm all for that. Let's go ahead and do it. Make it in depth, whatever. Open world. We were hoping for all that. We were hearing all those rumors, and then come to find out it was just Pokemon Let's Go, and they were sort of experimenting with the Switch and what they could do. And I mean, honestly, game's not bad. Game is not bad. Game was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's nostalgic. The music's great. It looks amazing, and it looks better on Switch than it does docked, which is funny. But the game, yes, I don't like the fact that you gain experience just from catching Pokemon. Yes, I don't like how your whole party gains experience altogether. Yes, but because of the mechanics of the game and how they did it, that's probably the only way to gain experience and kind of keep it sort of RPG-ish. Because, like, I can imagine only how much of a struggle it would be if you didn't gain experience through catching Pokemon and you only gain experience through trainers. There's not that many trainers in the game to begin with, so it just makes sense. Matthew Perry says, thanks, man. Looking forward to the proper RPG Pokemon. Let's Go isn't for me. And honestly, but that's fine if Let's Go isn't for you. But let's not deny that Let's Go is a trash game, because it's not. It's actually a fun game. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun playing.
I want to touch on that. And this is somebody who, and no one can say I'm caping for Pokemon Let's Go, because who said 1,000 times they're not buying it? I still haven't purchased the game. The game is not trash. The game looks fun, but I just said it's not for me. I don't want to spend $60 on this type of game as of right now. I have other games that I'm looking at right now, and other games that I feel like will be more deserving of my attention.
Right.
But looking at Pokemon, for me, would I go on a website and give this game a 0 out of 10 because it's not the game that I envisioned? No, that's childish. The game itself is fun. If anything, Kanto has been rebooted enough already. It's like, why do the same reboot of Kanto as Fire Red? If you want a reboot of Kanto, go play Fire Red. This is a different take on Kanto. Do a different take on Johto. Do a different take on Sinnoh if you want to. And then, Diamond and Pearl, hey, reboot by Diamond and Pearl then. Reboot X and Y. Reboot Black and White. Reboot Sun and Moon later down the line if you want.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people are enjoying this game. And to sell 3 million copies in 3 days, breaking every Nintendo Switch game record to date. And yeah, I mean, one could argue that it's 2 games and everything. So it's like you split them in half. Individually, they don't do that much. You could get that argument. But I want to say what I believe that we're going to touch on, and I kind of want to touch on this. We was able to do the podcast on Friday. I see Smash Brothers smashing this Pokemon record because
it will. There's no question.
Because of all of the distaste, because of all the people upset about this, because of all the people complaining, and in hindsight, of all the people who are happy about this game, and all the people just waiting for Smash, with all the pre-orders of Smash, with Smash still the top pre-order on Amazon. This game, like, I'm gonna say something very bold right now.
Oh no!
Don't be surprised if Smash sells out more than all the other Smash games in under a month.
Oh yeah, easy. Come on, man. This is the Switch versus. I mean, let's just think about it. The Switch.
But then the other Smash sold like 14. The other Smash sold like how many copies?
I don't know, but I just think it's gonna smash that because one, it's the Wii U, and two, this is the Switch. Like, look at the sales are way different.
I'll say a week. I'll say even within a week, even.
All right. That's. I mean, I don't think it's a bold statement. I think that is something that's very feasible and very possible with that.
I wish someone could check.
And I think that you're right. I think yes, Let's Go is going to hold the record, but then Smash is going to come right around and kill it.
Destroy it.
Which, once again, Nintendo was smart with doing this toward the end with the way they did this. I think it's going to bolster their sales, and I think they'll be okay with the numbers and how they're doing it.
What's up, Jake?
What's up, Jake, man? How you doing, bro? Salty, I see you, Gabe Guerrero, Suzumiya. I mean, I keep butchering that name every time, so forgive me, but welcome. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit more laid back. It's not going to be anything too crazy. Just going to go over the news and the news of the week and things like that. And we're talking about Pokemon and the sales of Let's Go and the game and how it is a solid game and it's doing well and people out here, giving it bad reviews because it's not the game they want, rather than it's childish stuff. But it's all good, man. It's all good. But so my point, this is Pokemon is Let's Go is a good game, very good game, very fun. It's not a terrible game. It's deserving of the scores it's getting. We all get it's not in depth as people want. The next one will be. That's what they promised us. I don't know why people are upset whenever they told you from the beginning this one's not going to be the one you want, yet you still complain about it. But gamers these age, gamers are always feeling entitled and whatnot. So whatever. But yeah, good for Nintendo, good for Pokemon. Let's move on to the next topic here real quick. So, I mean, I don't know, Abaddon, did you see that rumor about, the PS5 and what it's going to be and when it's going to come out and when it's going to be revealed. So the guy who put out the fact that Sony's not going to E3, the same Reddit user also said through his sources that the reason why they're doing this is because they're preparing for the PS5. They're prepping for the PlayStation 5. And so he says that sometime before E3, they're going to announce that they are doing the PS5 and then the PSX. In 2019, they're going to do a full reveal of the console, and then the console is slated for a 2020 release. He said March or November. I feel like that's a little bit, convenient that he picks those 2 months. I think he picked March just because, Nintendo did March, and he thinks that maybe they'll try to match it, but I think it's going to be November if they do. But apparently, through a source that was correct about one thing, now everybody's flying to conclusions that he's correct about the PlayStation 5 in the works and will be announced next week, or not next week, next year. Next week would be crazy. But I mean,
next week that'll be some next stuff.
That would be next stuff. But I mean, apparently it's going to have. Where's the specs at? Here, real quick. Where's that spec? Here's specs. It's gonna have a Ryzen 8 core processor. And the console is gonna be priced at $500.
They use an AMD software. Okay.
So it's going to kind of be a monster is what he said. Furthermore, he stated 4K/60 stable. So 4K 60 frames per second. There you go. And that's what he's saying that the new PlayStation is going to be. I mean, once again, this is all speculation, all rumor. This is not from a super solid source. They only got one thing right so far.
Yo, Nick.
What's up?
Quick as a backup, just in case my phone dies out because it's still draining even though it's in the charger.
All
right. Send me the Hangout link on my Facebook or Twitter. Send it to me on my Twitter or my Facebook, and I'll get a different phone. I'll get a different phone to video chat with or something.
All right, so let me go ahead and do
the backup.
But either way, like I was saying, they're saying hey, G's in the chat. Let me see. People are saying let's see here. The PlayStation is an AMD Navi. Yes, I mean, so there you go. There's a specs that's going to be, significantly pretty powerful. I mean, let's be honest. I think that we just have to wait and see. To be honest with you, I think that this dude's just kind of picking things that are convenient to pick. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, it's gonna have this in it, and then they're gonna reveal it at PSX. Like, okay, I would figure they would do that, right? You know what I mean? I figured they would reveal it at PSX, and then he says March 2020 or November 2020. I mean, it just seems like a lot of convenience in this quote unquote prediction. Like, what do you think about it, dude?
Well, here's the thing. When I first came out with this, and I'm pretty sure I did a video. Yeah, I did do a video about this. I said this is a good idea on their behalf. I actually defended Sony. For Sony not to show up at E3 right now, I said, listen, we've been games from you for like the past 3 years. We saw Spider-Man at 3 E3s, and and I'm at a point right now where I'm like, you know what, Sony, spend some time to get your stuff together. So if these specs are true, I'm like, I take it as a grain of salt because it's like hearing specs on the phone.
Right.
It's all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant until you see how it runs on the actual product itself. Right. Like the Huawei Mate 20X, pure example. That thing, they're boasting about the specs on that phone, but what's the lasting life? What they don't tell you, they boast about the specs, but within about a year and a half, 2 years, Huawei phones are almost obsolete. Like you really need to get a new phone because the phone is almost non-functional at that point.
Right. And that's my deal with this. Like, yeah, that's going to be the thing. Now, like, apparently the dev kits, this is what's in the dev kits that Sony's putting out for the PS5, like what this guy's getting this information from. Like Salt says, like,
grain of salt, hashtag grain of salt.
Yeah, hashtag grain of salt. Salt even said it. You could guess this, honestly, if you just really were smart enough and tech savvy to guess that this is what's going to be in it. They're going to put this in it. They're going to put this in it. 4K, 60 frames per second. Like I said, I just seem like these are just like really vague predictions. And on top of that, especially the way he was like, well, they're going to reveal it early, and then they're going to do it for reveal PSX, and then they're going to...
That seems to be the trend going around that I've been hearing.
Right.
I heard like 2 to 3 people say that already, that this is going to be revealed once before PSX, then a big reveal at PSX. And okay, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not.
Right.
Like, tell you the truth, I don't care. Just give me the console at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Xbox, Sony, and then this new Switch revision. That's really what I'm looking forward to seeing. Let's just get them out. I'm ready to see what the next gen has to offer, honestly.
I 100% agree with Salty. Hopefully, it doesn't sound like a jet engine like the Pro. 100%. So,
I mean, there you go. But so the predictions there, and I agree with you on the whole Sony not going to E3. I didn't think it was that big of a deal that they weren't going.
Yeah.
We kind of had this argument on the Salty's podcast because they were saying, "Oh, it's a big deal. They're not going to E3," and I agree. Not going to E3 is a big deal, but I was also stating like, for them, I don't think it's a big hit. They can always just stream something or do their own announcements, and I think everything would be okay. I think the media would get behind them, and I think their fan base and their install base would get behind it. So I don't think it's a huge deal that they miss E3. Now, is it disappointing? Yeah, I enjoy the festivities of E3, and I enjoy E3 as a whole and all the press conferences and everybody getting together and waiting for them, streaming for them. I miss that part of it, but I don't think it's a big deal that they miss. And I think this prediction is just like throwing a rock, in water, and just waiting and wishing something hits,
I'll say this, in its proper time, there's going to be a bigger statement being at the Game Awards than at E3. E3 to me is more special when it's console reveals. Yeah. If there's no console reveals and it's only video game reveals, then you can make a stronger statement at the Video Game Awards. Because
that is a good point.
Because really, at the end of the day, if it's just about video game reveals, you could do that during your own little pre-recordings. You could do that at your own events, and then you can make it a point where at the Game Awards is an audience for everyone is watching at the same time for everyone. When it comes to E3, people could pick the days to watch the stuff that is important to them. people watch all of the Game Awards. Not everyone watches every segment of E3. So you have a bigger chance and a more of a point to make at the Game Awards than you do at E3. You could leave your mark. That's what Nintendo did last year. And Nintendo made a huge mark and a huge statement at E3. And I mean, that's not E3, at the Game Awards. You know, outside of win of Game of the Year with Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of the biggest announcements was Bayonetta 3.
True. Speaking of which, let me just wreck your brain real quick, because I know you're in the middle of thought, but who do you think is going to make the biggest impact at the Game Awards?
Sony.
Believe
it or not, Sony's going to make the biggest impact.
Oh, you think? I mean, yeah, winning the awards and all the awards are up for. I'm just saying, like, as far as like, who do you think is going to come out with that big knockout announcement? Like, who's going to steal the show?
Nintendo. Well, okay, let me not say Nintendo. It's going to be a Nintendo game. I think it's going to be Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be that big announcement, that big reveal that's going to blow everyone away.
I mean, you could be correct. I would love to see that. I don't know yet. I'm still reserved.
And I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4 or Bayonetta 3, mainly because the Game Awards is a super mature audience. Kind of, I think Salty made this point before too in the previous podcast. The Game Awards is a very mature audience. So Metroid Prime 4 or Bayonetta 3 show off that game, show off gameplay of this game at that. And if they do that, they're good money. Now, of course, in terms of who's going to win, as much as Red Dead is getting much respect right now, I can see why that game would win, but I would rather want God of War Spider-Man to win.
I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of recency bias on this one, dude. I really do.
I know. But I would want God of War Spider-Man to win. I would want a Sony exclusive to take it because it's been a while since Sony has had its own exclusive shine. So let Sony take this one.
Yeah, possibly, but I still think it's going to be some recency bias, and I think it's going to be Red Dead. I think it's going to be Red Dead.
It's going to be that bias. I believe God of War, because God of War and Spider-Man have more depth in terms of story, not gameplay. Let me clarify this. In terms of actual story, the story is deeper for God of War and Red Dead.
AG says only get it if they deserve it. I agree, KAG, but my thing is since it's fan voted on, there's gonna be a lot of recency bias on it. That's my thing. Yeah. Jagan says, as much as I love Spider-Man, God of War is the only game that'll rival Red Dead 2. Agree. I think it's gonna be between those two, and I think it's gonna be Red Dead in the end. I really do. I just think recency bias in the end, since it's fan voted on, it's not like the Academy Awards where people vote on it. You know, it's based on fan voting, and so I think it's going to be Red Dead. So I can't wait. I can't wait for the Game Awards. That'll be great. I cannot wait to see, all these reveals next year.
If God of War wins it, I'm going to be happy. I'll be very happy.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I really do want Red Dead to get it, though. That's just me personally. Even though I've never played the game, I need to. It's on my Xbox. But I would like to see Red Dead do it because of how long my game was in development, and Rockstar's always killing it. But PS5, there you go. PS5 console reveal. Next year, grain of salt. Hashtag grain of salt. Hashtag grain of salt.
You're probably right. I'm just hoping for God of War, but Salty, you're probably right.
All right. So moving on to the next topic, we have talked. Here's the deal, man. I'm just gonna say right now, y'all just need to go ahead and know me. If you know me, I like Xbox, I like Nintendo. I'm that guy, so forgive me. So we do a lot of Xbox news on this channel. I know a lot of y'all don't like Xbox, don't care. But this is what, we talked a lot about how Xbox is doing the Project X Cloud. We've talked about their plans for the future. We've talked about their Game Pass. We talked about the games as a service. We've talked about everything they're doing, and now they're doing one more thing. Reportedly, the rumor is they're going to be putting out a discless Xbox One console. It could cost as much as $100 less than the present system. So this will be a digital only console. What do you think about this, Abaddon? I like this quite a bit. I know there are people out there that want physical copies. I know there are people out there that want, their physical discs and they want to be able to put the disc in. But me, nowadays, I am 100% digital. Honestly, that's me personally. I have one disc that was gifted to me. Everything else has been digital. Like my Switch, everything's digital on my SD card. Xbox, everything's on the hard drive and the external hard drive. I just think that this is a funny idea. I don't know if it'll be super successful, but I do like the option of having a discless console. I think Microsoft's onto something. I think they are going to sort of experiment with this to see how well it'll work for their whole cloud console. That's my opinion. But what do you think about this news, man? Oh no, Abaddon's gone. Abaddon's gone. So anyway, like I said, let's see here. What's everybody saying in the chat? I don't use my disc drive on my Xbox anyway. It's the age we live in. I got physical for my PS4 and Switch, but with my Xbox, I just don't care as much. A Bad Latency is a connectless version of what they are pushing at the start of the gym, which got everyone to jump to PlayStation. Salty says, I'm 100 digital. I'm on board. And I have to agree. I'm on board with it as well. Abaddon left the call. He'll be right back. So, but I have to agree. I love it. I love the idea. Honestly, I like the ideas. I just like new ideas. Let's just be honest with me. Me personally, I love new, fresh ideas. And I love to see how they're doing. I am looking forward to see how well this does. And I mean, Akuma says, I think another company has done something like this before prior to Xbox. Doesn't bother me really. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. And I like it and I enjoy it. Like I said, I like seeing companies do different ideas and see how well they do. I like new ideas and I like new things. I like people trying to push technology forward. I think it is a good thing. So we will ask Abaddon when he comes back about all of this. What are you guys thinking in the chat? We got 15 people watching. Make sure everybody, you all hit that like button. We already have 15 watching. We should have 15 likes. I just like to say that that's the way it should be, right? So anyway, what's everybody in the chat saying? Celeste upset for the win. Beat Akuma. You know what? I would laugh at that if that were the case. If they somehow had an upset win, I'm laughing at that because that would be hilarious. Jacob says they need a new way to get Xboxes into people's homes, so good for them. I don't think they need to find a new way to get Xboxes into people's homes. I think that that's not their goal. I think their goal is to just get people to play Xbox games and be in their thing. I think that's what they're doing. I think they want more so instead of having console sales, they just really want people to be in Xbox Live and in their ecosystem. That's why they're pushing Windows 10 and Xbox. You know what I mean? That's why most of the games are now going to be in the Game Pass. And that's why most of the games are now Windows 10 and Xbox exclusives. That's why they're coming out with Game Pass for PC on Windows 10. Like, I feel like Xbox's play is not hardware sales as much as it is getting you into Xbox Live, their ecosystem, and playing their games. That's what I think anyway. Let's see here. What's the injury sliders in your Madden League? I would be able to tell you right now. Atkins says they need people to get the next Xbox. That's their next obstacle. 100%, but I don't think they need them to get the hardware. I just think they need them to get them in. You can see them moving them steps forward as well as the next gen. I think they are really, really pushing that. Like I said, a Game Pass is coming to Windows 10. So if you have a PC, you're now going to be able to play Halo and the Gears of Wars and all their future first-party games on Windows 10 as well as the Xbox. So their play is bigger than just consoles or hardware sales at this point. Honestly, I did my place. I did place my troll vote for Celeste. However, it's a great game to me. I haven't played God of War Red Dead Redemption 2 to inform an opinion. They can make it says Celeste with the troll win. LOL. I die. I would die too if it did. I don't think it will, but I would die too. So anyway, I don't know if Abaddon's ever gonna come back, but let's move on to this next topic. And as you can see in the title, new Zelda in 2019. So this happened because of Game Informer's podcast. They were talking about Zelda and apparently the quote unquote, was it the editor or the producer, whoever was on the podcast, saying, hey, a new Zelda game's coming sooner than you guys think. And that's all he really said. And he got people excited about that when he said that. And then so before that, people were thinking, oh, what is it going to be? Breath of the Wild 2? Is it going to be a top-down game that they're just putting out? Is it going to be this brand new game? And then that happened, I think, what was it? Friday, Thursday, somewhere around there. And then today, all of a sudden, now the rumor is Skyward Sword from the Wii, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, apparently will be coming to the Switch. That is the next rumor. So it won't be a brand new game, apparently. I'm just connecting the dots here. Not a brand new game, but it will be a Zelda game, and it's going to be a Skyward Sword port to the Switch. This one, for me personally, I'm excited about this one, me personally. Why? One thing, never played Skyward Sword on the Wii, because I sold my Wii after a while because I was mad at Nintendo. I didn't like the Wii. Yes, kill me for that, but I didn't. So I never got to play Skyward Sword. So put on a Switch, I will play it because I never got to enjoy that. I've read the story, I've read the lore, I know what it's about. I love how it connects in the timeline, but just never played it. And so if this is true, I will be copying this 100%. Here, Atkins says Xbox did state that this is the end of the console generation, so we may just see Xbox One for a long time. Hey, yeah, possibly. Jacob says sooner than I think. I doubt that. We'll have a new one next week. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna connect the dots here with the Legend of Zelda rumor that this dude said, and then all of a sudden now it's gonna be Skyward Sword. Then I think that's gonna be the one that's gonna be in 2019, unless they do have a new game and then Skyward Sword, and I'd be happy about that too. I would probably get both of them, but more so Skyward Sword. I'm anticipating that because I never played it. So that's just me being selfish. Atkins says the only problem with Skyward Sword is the controls. Would it be docked only, or will they make it all buttons or a mix? Bad Latency says the main Zelda team isn't working on the port. Obviously, they're working on an actual new Zelda. Exactly. 1,000 subscribers with no vids. People are leaking Ultimate. Prepare your eyeballs and ears. We were going to talk about that shortly. I didn't look at the leaks. Me and Abaddon were going to talk about that, but I didn't look at the leaks because I think that's just ridiculous. I don't know why somebody would do that, and I don't know why somebody would want to leak it and ruin it for people. I just think that is immature and dumb. It's just me personally. So, but no, I don't know anything about the leaks. Didn't look them up. I'm going to keep my eyes open for the leaks, but I'm not looking at the leaks. Akuma says Zelda mobile game, lower expectations right now. Bruh, you know what though? I mean, you could be right. I would not be surprised at all if that was right. You know what I mean? Mario Kart Tour is coming. So why wouldn't they do a Zelda mobile game? That would be hilarious. But regardless, 2019, I hope it's Skyward Sword. Jacob Bacon says Zelda Immortal. Edward says, look at the spoilers. Anyway, you were already spoiled with the directs. Just true. Yo, resend the link. Okay, let me resend the link to your Twitch. Let me hit that one. Let me hit you with that Twitch link. Let me get my boy in here. I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter, Abaddon. Again. Hold on, give me a second. It's being really shaky. Paste. Boom. You should have it in your on Twitter, Abaddon. You should. Suzumia says Zelda mobile game is a sequel to Spirit Tracks. Yeah. Atkins says the things that were leaked was the intro video, classic mode bosses, and a few songs. Well, still not watching. 1,000 subscribers says I saw more than that. The leaks don't even matter. Yeah, Jake, I agree. The leaks don't matter, but I'm still not gonna look. Come on, man. I mean, we got what, 12 days? 12 days until it comes out. Like, come on, people, let it be. Just chill. Just let everybody enjoy the experience of Smash Bros. Honestly, that's just me. It's just stop it, please, people. Just stop. Jacob says just don't look at them if you don't want to. Yeah, that's gonna be my thing. And once I see it, I'm gonna just quickly turn away, and not like, do that. But Abaddon, let me know if you need it on Discord or Twitter. I think he's gonna hop in here. Oh yeah, the cartridge box and more. So yeah, I hope it's Skyward Sword. And those leaks are stupid. And Xbox and their discless console is a good idea. Sony, I think the leaks are just kind of generalization leaks, and of course, Pokemon Let's Go killing it. So yeah. Anybody else have anything to say in the chat? I do want to try this honestly, and if Abaddon comes back, we will continue with the topics. But I do want to try this. Does anybody have any questions? I wanted to do a Q&A type deal with me and Abaddon, since it was going to be a little bit more laid back and not as like this topic and go to the next person in the big panel, because it's holiday weekend. I want to do more of a laid back type deal. So does anybody have any questions? I kind of want to do a Q&A. You can ask anything about sports, you can ask anything about life, you can ask anything about video games, any of that. It really don't matter. Here, Skyward Sword is overrated, KAG says. KAG, I wouldn't know. Like I said, I do know about the lore, all that stuff. Never played the game. Watched my little brother played it for a little bit. It looked interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'll still give it a try if it comes to the Switch. It's one of those games I haven't played yet, and I think I would enjoy it, overrated or not. Abaddon says, be there in 5 minutes. Born Distracted says, do you think Ready Player One had better visuals than the movie Avatar? I haven't seen the movie, but from what I've seen, I mean, it looks pretty decent. I don't know if it has better visuals. I haven't seen the movie, but from the trailers that we've seen, I think that, yeah, I mean, it's now, it came out last year, it should. It really should. Frame rates are better. Technology's better, so I think it should have better visuals, but I don't know if it does. Once you play Breath of the Wild, it's going to be difficult. You know what? KEG, I think that statement is going to be true with any Legend of Zelda. Honestly, I think they set the bar so high with Breath of the Wild that people are going to have a hard time going back. Because I know that one of the biggest complaints with Skyward Sword was it was so linear, and people were upset about how linear it was. And so I can see that. I would probably have to agree with you on that, because yeah, they set the bar so high with Breath of the Wild. All right, homie is back. Let's see here.
So, all right, Discless Xbox. You want me to start there, or are we going to just go straight with the Q&A?
Start with your Discless Xbox. Why people in here?
All right, so this is Xbox. I wanted to say that would have been, that's a great idea. Like, that's like one of the best ideas I've ever heard from Microsoft, because look at the state of gaming we're moving into. We're moving into a more digital world, and it's been like that for a while. If you look at everything we do, almost everything is digital. Look at Netflix, look at Hulu. Everyone loves the digital world and the access to just things being digital. So for Xbox to cut down the production costs of their console by taking away the disc slot to sell more units at the same time, and you can just download your games onto 1 terabyte, right?
Right, I think so. Onto
a 1 terabyte hard drive. I say it's a no-go. This is the best time to cop an Xbox One now. The real best time to cop one.
True. I tend to agree. We were also talking about go ahead.
Zelda. Okay, so you guys know I've been saying I want a Zelda Skyward Sword HD remake for the longest time now. And the reason why I say that is because Zelda Skyward Sword is easily one of the best Zelda games I've played. I love Zelda Skyward Sword because if you take away the motion controls, the story in itself is really good. It's a vast world, and to me, it's a real fun Zelda game to play all around. You easily had one of the best last boss fights out of any Zelda game. Fighting Demise was probably one of my best moments in Zelda, and seeing actually fighting someone. Ganon, actually fighting someone where you see the origin of Ganondorf and the origin of Ganon.
Yeah.
Like, he has the Dark Master Sword. To me, it just made a whole new turn on Zelda that I wasn't expecting. Because, if you played Zelda when I played Zelda, like, a lot of people started with a Link to the Past. I wasn't that guy. I started with Zelda 64. Well, Zelda Ocarina of Time. I just revealed my age. I called it Zelda 64, but I played Zelda Ocarina of Time, and playing that game, you are basically fighting against Ganon in this form where he doesn't really even have a sword too much when he's playing against you. He's just flying in the air. He's more of a sorcerer in the air. Then he becomes Dark Beast Ganon. And honestly, that's fun. But if they follow that same rubric when you play Twilight Princess. Now the last boss fight in the fire circle, that was a good start. We fighting against Ganondorf like that. But when you had to fight Demise with that dark sword, and he could call down lightning for round 2, that was easily one of my favorite boss fights. So what up, Switchcraft? So easily Switchcraft, by the way, that was an awesome video. You guys have not already, make sure you check out Switchcraft's new video. That was an awesome video. I loved it, man. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. I really hope that this is a Skyward Sword remake. And if it's not, then hey, we'll get a new Zelda game. I'm happy either way.
Yeah, that's my take on it. I haven't played Skyward Sword, so forgive me. So I would love for it to be.
You'll love it, man.
I would love for it to be Skyward Sword, in my opinion. And like you said, if it's not Skyward Sword, then let's hope it's a new Zelda game, and we'll enjoy it regardless. But KAG did make a good point. He says Breath of the Wild worst boss fight. I mean, Breath of the Wild had a lot of bad boss fights, but that's only because the game.
So it had the worst last boss fight. Though.
Yeah, it did. But the game rewarded you with everything else in the game. I didn't mind it. It didn't bother me that much. Yeah, it was kind of lackluster and easy, but at the same time, I'm like, look, I went through this whole adventure, this whole world, and yeah, I mean, it was rewarding regardless. But KAG did make a good point. He said it's going to be hard to go back to playing Skyward Sword after playing Breath of the Wild. And I kind of agree. I think Breath of the Wild has set the bar so high, dude. I think it's set the bar way up here that I think any new Zelda game that comes out that's not that or anything close to it, I think a lot of people are going to be upset.
I feel like playing Breath of the Wild tonight now, but that's besides the point. I could see that, but at the same time, I feel as though I could look at Zelda Breath of the Wild and Zelda Skyward Sword and see that these are two different games altogether.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
true.
I could see them.
Breath of the Wild with Skyward Sword story.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be cool if they just redid Skyward Sword and made it like that. That would be pretty dope. I knew that. I know what complaint was. People didn't like the fact that all the provinces were like separate. They wanted them to actually be like more open world-ish. But like I said, I don't know anything about the game. Never played it. But yeah, so everybody, if you have any questions, like just ask them. Like I said, I just kind of want to just do a more chill thing. If you have any questions, let us know, because that's the last topic. It's this Legend of Zelda topic.
Smash Leaks. You said Smash Leaks.
Oh yeah, we were gonna. What is your opinion on the Smash Leaks? Because I don't know anything about it, and I mean, we kind of talked about it. I know 100,000 in here. He was talking about how, and Atkins says like all that was leaked was like intro video and the classic modes and a few songs, and then somebody says there's more than that's been leaked. But my opinion, like I said, my opinion was just like, come on, man, like this is childish. Like stop it. Like
from what I research and gather from it is people from other countries. So people from other countries had an embargo leak. They broke embargo. And like the stores, they didn't like just keep it under wraps. So now someone bought it, and if you know one person got it, a whole bunch of other people got it in other countries. They're already playing it. And this one person, what he did was he took a picture of the inside of the case, which looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And the cartridge, which you could faintly even see the serial number on the actual cartridge. So you know this person isn't a professional at this. And it's what?
This is what you said. You just like I just processed what you said, and yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, that's person's definitely not professional.
So I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at all the leaks, and I didn't look at all of them. I just saw briefly, and I'm like, okay, whatever. At this point, like, you guys need to chill. Like, you guys need to chill, but at the same time, people from other countries, so it's like, in their eyes, they're eager to share it with everybody, not understanding that people don't want to see this right away. It's only 12. I say it's only 12 days away. My advice to everybody is stay away from anything related to Smash until December 7th. If you got it.
KG says, I honestly don't care about Smash Leaks. It's a fighting game. I think it's. I kind of agree, but dude, it's Smash. Like, you know how people are crazy about Smash, dog. They're crazy about Smash.
It really depends, because there may be some aspects about the story mode that may be good for people. It's like, you saw how people were about Subspace Emissary. You saw how people flipped out when it was leaked that there was no Subspace Emissary or no story mode for Smash 4. So the leaks can be damaging in some instances, but we have to see. I know this game is going to do good, so
that's going to do very well. So there was one question that was asked. I don't know if you saw this. Born Distracted asked earlier. He says, which movie do you think have better visuals? Ready Player One or Avatar?
I haven't seen Ready Player One, so I can't comment on that.
That's what I said. I said I would hope Ready Player. I said I haven't seen it. I would hope Ready Player One has one because it's a newer movie. But then everybody was like, "Nah, dude, it's Avatar," which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Because like, Avatar came out how long ago? Like years ago, and it's still killing it. Like, that's crazy. And then he asked another question. He says, "Do you think Luke is still alive?" I'm guessing he's referring to
Star Wars. Said, I haven't seen The Last Jedi yet. I haven't seen it. Is it on demand yet? I'll watch when I get home.
It should be. I don't know if it's on demand. I just know that it's out. But I think it was on Netflix not too long ago. Actually, you might want to check. But I know it came up on Netflix. Here's my opinion, man. Without spoilers. Yes and no. Let's put it that way. I think he's gonna Qui-Gon Jinn it. There you go. That's my thing. He's gonna Qui-Gon Jinn it. Let's see here. Akuma Tells says don't watch Star Wars.
So I just did some quick research on the Smash sales, and the latest Smash, if you combine the sales, they sold over 14 million copies.
Whoa. So if you combine the pre-order numbers and then Amazon numbers and everything, you said it's 14 mil?
No. Smash 4, not the new
Smash
one.
4. I thought you meant the new numbers. Like, they're already combining them up, and I was like, whoa, okay.
No. Smash for the Wii by itself. Now, Smash for the Wii is the best-selling standalone Smash game. Like, by itself, it sold 13.29 million. So even though Brawl is the most hated Smash, it sold the most by itself.
Dang. Well, there you go. I think Ultimate's gonna kill it. Gonna smash.
Give Ultimate a year. Ultimate will sell 20 million. Give Ultimate 1 year. Ultimate will sell 20 million.
20 million in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, depends on how many Switches they move.
By this time next year, listen. The Switch sales are gonna skyrocket. Watch.
KG says, "Will Ultimate outsell? Let's go." Yes,
of course.
Yes.
That's not even a question.
I think
that's not even questionable.
Here's the deal: like, Smash right now is getting so hype that I have dudes that I didn't think would play Super Smash Brothers are getting a Switch to play Super Smash Brothers. I don't understand it. I've had dudes that were saying I'm getting Super Smash Brothers, and I'm like, bro, you don't even play games. Like, no, I'm getting Super Smash Brothers. I've had dudes in my Madden league, Madden here, okay? They only play 2K or Madden, talking about getting a Switch in Smash Bros. Like, I don't know how, and their marketing scheme, I don't know how they're doing it, but people want this game, and it's kind of nuts.
I can tell you how. I've said it in videos before. They're selling this like it's an infomercial product.
Yeah.
They're selling this like it's an infomercial product. They are using the same tactics. Like literally every single time Smash comes out, it's like you hear about it. Everyone is saying there's too much. They talk about Smash too much, but realistically, now if we was to break out actual facts now, statistically speaking, it takes about someone 5 to 7 times to see a product before they actually commit to buying it. So
that's a great question. KG just asked.
What?
Is it concerning how many Switch units are still on the shelves after the Black Friday sales?
No, because it depends on where you are.
Yellow Kazoo is in here. Thank you for stopping by, Kazoo.
Hey, Yellow Kazoo.
Appreciate you. Bentley says, Let's Go sold 3 million in 2 days, and that was before Black Friday. 100%. Yeah, Atkins. The numbers are 3 million so far for Let's Go, which is pretty high. I still think Smash is going to take it, though. I think Smash is just... is not a phenomenon, but it's getting up there.
I want to add to what you said about Pokemon Let's Go. They sold 3 million in 3 days globally, and they moved the most units in Japan in terms of Switches. So they had the most Switch units sold in Japan so far. So I would say, give or take, I would say about 25%. 600K. I would say 20. No, too high. About 15 to 20% Switches sold out of that 3 million, which still isn't a bad number.
Right. KG says, don't underestimate Let's Go. I'm not underestimating.
I'm not underestimating Let's Go. Smash just has more hype and more marketing behind it.
I just think it really does. I think it's way hype. And like I said, when I have people that I wouldn't expect talking about Super Smash Brothers, like I'm telling you, like, I'm talking multiple. I'm not talking like 1 or 2. I'm talking like 10, 15 people that I know that are talking about this game at work. People that you wouldn't think. People playing Madden, like in my 2K leagues and Madden leagues, like they are talking about getting Smash. Like they don't have Switches. They're getting a Switch specifically for Smash. So I mean, I think it's up there, dude.
B-More Akuma smashed it. He said, does it really matter? Nintendo pretty much won this holiday season regardless of Smash and Let's Go. And he's right.
Yeah, true.
Like, seriously. Hey, you know what? You know what's crazy, though? We're saying which one sold the most right now. Like, literally, they're really going to do it. Switch Pro, real or fake? I want to say real, but not real in the sense that it's being hyped up to be. There's definitely a Switch Pro in the works, and it's probably definitely coming out next year, but it's probably not going to be as hyped as people are making it out to be. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think the new revision is going to just be an improvement. I don't know if it's going to be more powerful. I don't know any of that. I just think it's going to be a slight improvement on, what they didn't like and the issues that they had with the current Switch. I don't know if it's going to be like, and they're probably going to put the new chip in it, and that's probably about it. I don't know if it's going to be powerful.
Listen, just optimize the Switch by saying, you know what? All right, you know what? We're going to give you guys a 1080p 60 frames per second screen, give you a stronger battery life, and you'll have a new graphics card. We'll give you the new NVIDIA chip, so you can play stronger games on this.
Right.
And in terms of RAM, instead of 32 gigs, let's see, I would say they'll probably up it to 128 gigs.
Some people think it may be 4K. LOL. I mean, I don't think it will be. No. But
there's no need for it.
That would be cool, but yeah, there isn't a direct.
Maybe the dock. Maybe you know what? No. I won't doubt it. You know what they'll do? They won't make the Switch 4K, but they'll make the dock. They'll probably make a dock that can upscale to 4K.
I mean, that could be possible. But I don't think they will. Like you said, they've been on record stating that they don't see 4K as a necessity right now. That's what Nintendo's been on record saying. The representatives have been saying. I remember the guy from France saying, like, we don't have time to focus on luxury such as 4K. And so that's their stance on it. I don't think they will ever try to get there. I just think they'll just improve on the Switch. Atkins says, I expect Nintendo to announce 20 million Switch sales in the coming weeks. Yeah, possible. He says, remember when Nintendo wanted 30 million by March 2019? Yeah, and now they want 40 by the fiscal year.
So they want basically 40 million by March 2019. I see. This is still possible.
Still possible, but we'll have to see. Who is to say there is a revision that all of this was based on a Wall Street Journal article from a glorified freelancer in Japan?
I'm just saying I see it possible. If it doesn't happen, I'm still gonna be playing my Switch.
I'm not gonna be upset about it if it doesn't happen. I would like to see it happen though, because like I said, I always just like seeing new stuff. I always like seeing new gadgets come out, so that's just me. So if it happens, it happens. I'll still be cool about it. If it don't, it don't. PS4 sell more units than Switch on Black Friday.
That's pretty obvious because there was PS4s. If you guys saw on Twitter, there was a Spider-Man PS4 deal for $200. You could get a Spider-Man game with your PS4 for $200, PS4 Slim. So I definitely see that as that's real.
Bad Lady says the Switch passed 20 million months ago.
It did.
That's right.
Actually, it was at 19 million.
22.86 was total. Yeah, that's right.
And by the way, I want to stamp on something, guys. You know what's going to really push the Switch over to that 40 mil? It's going to be Smash. It's going to be Let's Go, and that new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. Yeah, forget about that bundle.
Yeah, and not to mention whatever they have coming up this March too.
That bundle is the golden gate right now. If you really think about it, that bundle's the golden gate because everyone wants Mario Kart. Mario Kart is still selling out.
It's true. I still think that they need to have. There's gonna be a game that they're gonna pump out, whether it's Yoshi early or something early that they're really gonna try to pump.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is what's actually missing. KAG says, and I think that's what it is. I think that's what it could possibly be. We will see. So man, it is now 9:58. Does anybody have any more questions before we hop out this thing? Anybody else? Corner Track says the best thing Nintendo to push Switch sales is to lower the price of the Switch itself. They won't do. I won't say they won't do that, but I don't think that's the case. I think the Switch is priced fairly where it's at. $299. I mean, that's not bad. It's a hybrid. You're gonna get a handheld and a console you can put on your TV. And it's going to be cheaper than the $500
it's fairly
price right now. So I think it's fairly priced.
I'm sorry. If y'all spend $700 on an Apple iPad, don't complain about the Switch being $300.
That's true. Let's see. Bad Lazy says Fire Emblem. Be More Crimson says Tales of Vesper on the go. Evil Grin. I can't wait. Which is missing a lot of the female demographic, and Animal Crossing will do that. My wife's looking forward to Animal Crossing, so I mean, I guess I can agree with that a little bit.
He's got a point.
I was in GameStop tonight. They said that Switch Mario Kart bundle sold out right away.
Dude, what'd I just say?
Those in the Spider-Man PS4 bundle.
What did I just say?
That. Hey, there you go. Sold out right away.
So, Jake, you want to get your butt beat at Dragon Ball Super after this? I got you.
Ooh, get him. Ooh, kill him. More Kuma says it's too early to lower the price. PS4 didn't lower the price from. Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that one. But I hope Animal Crossing is in March. I really do. Back to that one. I really want it. Because like they said, that will be the next one to push sales. I didn't know Animal Crossing had that big of a following from.
Listen, Animal Crossing will be sold out the minute it comes out. You could easily account for 2 million or 2.5 that for that month of March alone. It comes out in early March. You could say in that month of March alone, that's 2.5 easy.
Jake says, I have bad news for you. I learned some buttons.
Okay. Yes, man. I have Dragon Ball Fighters for the Switch. Okay, G.
Well, Fighters, man. So, Fighter Z. Fighter Z, whatever you call it. Regardless.
What's my battery at on my Switch anyway? I'm watching the stream about 7%. So I gotta charge up my Switch.
You better charge it up. After this. Be More Curious says they'll drop Animal Crossing bundle. That's what I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be an Animal Crossing bundle, and it's gonna sell, and it's gonna push them to their goal. That's my opinion. If they do it early.
Yo, Nick. What if they announced something like that at Game Awards?
I mean, That would be crazy, but you did also just say, well, they're gonna probably do something more mature. I don't know. That would be dope if they did. Hey, Game Awards, guess what? Animal Crossing is coming in February, March. Then I think that would be huge for Nintendo.
Listen. It's a mature audience, but I'm sure they know there's a lot like you said, there's a lot of women watching, and they're gonna know there's a lot of guys watching with their girlfriends.
True. Mainline Animal Crossing 10 million seller. That's what Bad Latency says. I mean, possibly
10 million in terms of in what time span though?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean, I could definitely say 10 million. I just want to know how long. You say like in a year, I could see that. If you say it in half a year, I'm like, maybe. I'm not familiar with the Animal Crossing fan base, so we'll see.
No. He says 10 million lifetime. Yeah, it could be lifetime, but yeah, man. So
I can see that.
Either way, appreciate everybody that came through. Like I said, this was a sort of more laid back type style podcast a little bit, just because it's the holidays and everybody's busy. Abaddon's not even at home. He's gone. I'm at home because I live in the middle of nowhere and I'm a loser. But regardless,
I live in the middle of nowhere most of the year.
But regardless, we appreciate y'all for stopping by. It was fun with the Q&A. Everybody stopping by. Like I said, I didn't expect a whole bunch of people stop by, but y'all came through. Appreciate all of y'all. And so I mean, Abaddon, do the spiel. Let them know what you do, all that stuff. Let them know what you got coming, man. What do you have coming through the channel?
Oh, okay. So I guess this would be a good time to tell you guys. So a fellow patron has donated a green screen for the channel.
Dang, that's nice, bruh. That is sick.
So the homie Jay Alexander, he donated that Elgato green screen to the channel.
Nice.
So we will be using that starting effective immediately, because it's going to be at my doorstep tomorrow. So effective immediately, we'll be using that. In terms of the channel, I've been more so. It's funny you asked. I've been having this conversation with Chips yesterday. Had it with my brother today, my father on a couple occasions since I've been home. And I'm at a point right now where I don't want to work as many hours with YouTube. I still want to work hard for you guys for YouTube, but I don't want to work hours on end. Like if I combine my regular job to YouTube hours, I would work 80 plus hours a week. And I need to set more time for family. I need to set more time, even not just for family, but family or friends, for just other people in general. I need to set more time away, and YouTube was eating a lot of my time. And I proved for the year of 2018 that I can grow an audience, but at the same time, I want to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor as well, enjoy life. So I want to make sure I can give you guys better content, better quality content, and probably scale them down in 2 to 3 weeks. So with that said, we're still doing music-based videos, not tonight, of course, because I'm not in New York. I mean, I'm not in Maryland, but music style video game music style videos. We're going to start doing art-based video game stuff soon. And then I'm going to look more so into doing reviews, like real reviews, not OST reviews, but real reviews, where I will include the OST portion in there, but give you guys like a real solid review of a game where I take my time to write down all of my thoughts and just give you guys my best work. And when it comes to opinion videos, I'm going to take some time to really brainstorm all my thoughts and then give you guys a longer and more quality video than just a quick 3 to 5 minute video that looks like it didn't take me any effort whatsoever. I want to take some time to really give you guys some value and not just any old thing. So that's what's coming up in the works. Look forward for that in effective immediately. Like you're going to start seeing stuff like this within this week and next month and so on.
Dope. Let me know what green screen he sent you, because I'm trying to get a green screen myself. So
Elgato, the Elgato green screen. Look it up on Amazon.
Look that one.
Yes, I plugged in Amazon.
Plugged in Amazon. I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing. review The Messenger. It's worth it. Jake and says
that's one of the games. That's one of the games on the list, Jake. That's one of the games on the list. If you guys want a sneak peek, Octopath's gonna be the first game.
Okay, did you finally finish it?
4 more characters. I have 4 more characters to go. I did my core 4. I could technically review it now because I beat the game already. Like the end credits went through the screen, so I could technically review it now. I just want to do all 8 characters just cause.
Fair enough. So there you go. Abaddon out here doing big things. You know me, over here, Nicktendo Direct. You know what we do on the channel? We do the daily news streams, and everybody comes through for that. We're probably gonna keep that on YouTube for now until I figure a few things out. I might experiment with Twitch again, sometime in the week or maybe next week a little bit, and see how that goes, and do it on Twitch and then import it to YouTube, because it's kind of funny. I got a little bit more engagement importing it to YouTube, like on comments, but I didn't get as much like hits on it, if that makes sense. So it was kind of weird. It was kind of up in the air, but
makes sense.
So definitely keep an eye out for that. We're gonna be doing, the Nicktendo Direct Nows and stuff here on the channel. And I'm also trying to figure out, what I want to do other than just that. I still want to do the anime. Like Abaddon, I'm a big music dude. I also like to do music. So it's just like, it's an experiment over here, y'all. It's an experiment. And I appreciate y'all for being here for that experiment. And all that good stuff. Gabe says, help me get in the Madden Discord. Okay, I will do for sure. KG says, get Nicktendo to 1K subs before the end of the year. That would be sick, and that would be dope. I would love for that to happen. So let's make it happen. Let's go campaign it out. We can make it happen. If not, like I said, I'm still living. I'm still doing good over here, and I'm still enjoying what we're doing. So once again, Nicktendo Direct, the homie Abaddon, thank you guys for stopping by. You didn't have to be here on this Thanksgiving weekend.
I do have one thing I wanted to add. Smash Ultimate after Game Awards night, that after December 7th, that's the last night I'm streaming video games on YouTube.
Okay.
You guys heard it now. That's the last night I'm streaming video games up to YouTube. So get over to Twitch. Follow your boy on Twitch, because I'm going to start doing all my video game streams over there starting December 8th. You guys heard it for here first.
There you go. So get on that Twitch train. And me too. Get on my Twitch train too. Both of us. Get on there. Regardless, like I said, I appreciate all y'all. It was a good time. And I hope y'all had a great holiday weekend. I hope y'all had a good time, man, because it's good. You can't ask for more. Family, food, and now we got Christmas coming up. So be safe up until Christmas. And I hope y'all had a good holiday. We out this thing.
Peace.